Live FM New Haven.
Welcome back to LoveBabz, LoveTalk, the second hour. Hey, it's Pink Fever. Who has seen Barbie? I'm not going to go see Barbie at the movies, but I damn sure will see it streamed. I'll wait for it to stream. I'm not going to the movies to see it, but I'm excited because I like Issa Rae, and I love that she's Barbie. She's a Barbie, or she's something in the movie. But let me tell you something. That little Barbie movie is kicking ass at the box office. It is raking in the dough. Raking in the dough. Can you imagine? And I know all the big stars that turned down the Barbie movie, you know, because it's a Barbie movie and it's directed by a woman, the whole thing. So I'm gonna tell you who the big stars that turned down the Barbie movie. Because, you know, the Barbie casting director reveals stars who turned down the Ken roles. So he spilled the tea. But that's all right. Ryan Gosling is going all the way to the bank. He's like, damn them. I ain't say no. So Ryan Gosling has already earned widespread praise as the main Ken alongside Margot Robbie, Barbie, while Simu Lee, Nkute Gatwa, and Kingsley Ben-Adir also appear as other iterations of the male doll. Because, you know, you got to have multicultural Barbies, right? Because they did that. So according to Allison Jones, the Schitt's Creek star, Dan Levy, Dear Evan Hansen's Ben Platt, and Saturday Night Live comedian Bowen Yang were also approached about being in Barbie, which they probably would have been good. They were, I'm not kidding, really bummed that they couldn't do it, Jones told Vanity Fair, adding that most bowed out due to an inability to commit to the 3-month filming schedule in London. Whatever. I don't think that's it. The casting director also revealed that Glee star Jonathan Groff was initially asked to play Alan, Ken's limited edition friend, who ended up being portrayed by Michael Cara. Oh, well. And dear Jonathan Groff was like, I can't believe I'm typing this, but I can't do Alan, Jones said. So, and I hope he's doing something equally spectacular, because what was more spectacular than Barbie? Initial plans for Barbie had Amy Schumer tapped to star as a titular doll, which was being set up at Sony back in 2016 when the comedian and her sister and writer partner Kim Carmely worked on the script. Schumer dropped out of the project just 4 months later, citing scheduling conflicts at the time, but later revealed that it was actually due to creative differences. They definitely didn't want to do it the way I wanted to do it. The only way I was interested in doing it, she told Hollywood. I don't know if she got any skills. But I don't even. I'm not an Amy Schumer fan, so I don't know. Anyway, they definitely didn't want to do it the way that she wanted to do it. So, what was this? Anne Hathaway? And Hathaway was later named as Schumer's replacement, but also had to quit the project after his release date was postponed. So Robbie herself also revealed earlier in the year that she wasn't first choice to play the iconic doll and had only stepped in after another high-profile movie star turned it down. Oh, well, I know they're kicking themselves. The Australian actress had already been attached to Barbie prior to her casting with her production company, Lucky Chap Entertainment, working with Heyday Films and Mattel Films to produce it. This is going to sound stupid, but I really didn't even think about playing Barbie until years into developing the project. the twice Oscar-nominated actress told Vogue US. Instead, Robbie first had Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot in her sights. And Gal Gadot is Barbie energy, because Gal Gadot is so impossibly beautiful, but you don't hate her for being that beautiful because she's so genuinely sincere, and she's so enthusiastically kind that it's almost dorky. So it's like right before being a dork. But Gadot wasn't available, and so Robbie stepped into the pink shoes. Meanwhile, the newly released Barbie has already proven massive success. They already made 21.55 million at the Australian box office over the weekend, and then added another 9.4 million from Oppenheimer, because they like showing them at the same, showing them together. So that's what they did in Australia. Wow. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so listen, Barbie opens this, she opened that last weekend to $155 million. That's huge. I don't know who's seeing Barbie. Somebody's seeing Barbie. And then I guess Oppenheimer had 80 million. So I guess they was trying to put them together, one after the other, feeding off each other. They even call them the Barbenheimer, whatever it is. They just, they take a name. As they do couples like this, they take the name of somebody and put them together to make one name. So I'm not going to go see Barbie it's the Barbenheimer weekend. I'm not going to go see Barbie at the movies, but I will see it. Like, I'll go see it at my house. Let's see. So Tom Cruise's big budget sequel, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, took third place, tumbling down by 64% with 19.5 million in its second weekend of release. It didn't help that Oppenheimer is all but monopolizing the country's PFL footprint, where tickets are pricier than standard screens. So the 7th installment in Paramount's Skydancing globetrotting action franchise has generated 118.7 million in North America and 370 million globally to date. However, it cost 291 million to make, so they haven't broke even yet. Well, they made a little bit of money so far. So it'll need to hold its own against Barbie and Oppenheimer to justify the price tag. Because Tom Cruise be doing all that stuff. They got to insure him. He got to kill himself. In fourth place, the independent juggernaut Sound of Freedom added 18.8 million from 3,285 theaters in its fourth weekend. And the thriller about child sex trafficking has generated 124 million to date, making it the 14th highest grossing domestic release of the year. So I don't know if I'll see that. And then Indiana Jones. How's Indiana Jones doing? And The Dial of Destiny rounded out the top 5, bringing in 6.7 million from 2,885 theaters after 4 weeks on the big screen. So Harrison Ford's action-adventure movie has grossed 159 million domestically and 335 million worldwide. The only trouble is it costs 300 million. And remember, theater owners get a share of ticket sales, meaning Indiana Jones is still deep in the red. Damn. How much money do you... Maybe you can't be putting all this money into films. Maybe you have to try to get a cool, simple film for less money and then let it break some banks. Yikes. So it costs $300 million to make. They already made 335 million worldwide and 159 million domestically. So that's not enough. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot. I don't know. I'm going to see it. I'm just not going to see it at the movies. That's all. You know, I'm here for it. Plus, I love pink. I'm wearing my pink, but I'm not going to see it at the movies. I haven't been to the movies in a good while. What would I go see? I was thinking I was going to go see Indiana Jones, because that's a movie you want to see at the movies, big screen. But I don't know now. Now I'm like, I'll wait till everything screens and I can watch it in the privacy and the company of my home. I can have the snacks that I want, and I can have my own bathroom. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm in that mode. I'm in that mode. That's what I'm gonna do. So, but I hear it's really done well. All the reviews have said it's done well. I've not seen any bad reviews. I've not. So I guess there's a good message in this overall. So I was like, all right. So cool. So now I guess all the Mattel toys are gonna get a movie. I don't know. Anyway, it's Barbie Mania. So I don't know if people are gonna take their kids. I think it's you have to be like 13, PG-13, I think. So I don't think it's a movie for little kids, for little girls. I don't think that, so we'll see. I don't know if anybody's gonna go see Barbie. Although I like all the commercials and all the things, all kinds of people pretending not to go see Barbie, but they're going to see Barbie and they're wearing pink, guys, football players, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun that a movie is hyped you up so much, got you thinking about, and then the Oppenheimer movie, I could wait to see that too. I mean, I know what the movie is about. I mean, and I'm sure they took creative license with it, to give you, and by creative license I mean some revisionist kind of historical mess. But people said it's pretty good, so I'm no critic. I'll wait for that to stream too. I'm not running off to the movies to see Oppenheimer. So I'm like, the guy that gave us a damn bomb. Okay. So I can wait for that. I'm gonna wait for Barbie too. I'm gonna wait. It'll be at the box office for another couple of weeks, and then the guy can make some more money by streaming it. I'm not mad at it. Trust me, I'm not. What else is at the damn movies besides Barbie and Oppenheimer? Oh, I just told you. Mission Impossible 1 million. I mean, how many more Missions Impossibles can Tom Cruise make? Doesn't he want to make something else? Don't you want to make something else? Between those and the damn Fast and Furious movies, how many can you have? I've lost track. I mean, I guess it's good for Vin Diesel. He don't have to do nothing else. Listen, I never get tired of seeing Keanu Reeves and John Wick or whatever the other little franchise he has. The Matrix. I think Keanu Reeves is one of the hottest men alive, and he deserves. And if he hasn't been one of the hottest men alive on the cover, he ought to get one. Now he is aging beautifully. He is a good-looking man. Good gracious, good-looking man. He is a good-looking man. Harry, I see you you change your profile picture. Harry's looking pretty good. I don't know. Hollywood might have to come for Harry next. Harry's looking pretty damn good out here. Got on all this black, looking like a sassy James Bond. Get it, Harry. All right. You need to put one of the 007, the eye behind you, and then put the music underneath. Da, 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 da. Harry's looking pretty damn good. saying. Just saying. Wow. Anyway, that's the way of the world. So that's the movies this weekend, people. Get into it if you must. I don't know. Go and check it out. I don't know. So anyway, I tell you what's my favorite thing to look at on my Facebook page. The Buy Nothing New Haven, North Central Connecticut. People put up all kinds of stuff to give away. And it's so interesting. I enjoy it. I don't know why I like looking at all this free stuff. And some of the stuff I don't want. Like, I don't want people's old couches and that kind of stuff. But a bookcase, I might go and get that. Because I need a book. I need some bookcases. Like, I honest to God need some bookcases. I might go and like get these. Oh, that's a good looking chair. I might need that chair. I might have to go and be like, I need these. I don't want the couch. I need the bookcases. I do. So I might go and get those. I don't need a desk. I don't need another damn desk. Although that might be a good one because I need to and that's a good looking chair. I might have to go around and say, listen, I might be interested in the bookcases. You know. No, people are saying nice things. I might have to go back and get that. Oh, okay. People are already snatching things up. Oh, well, not too much I can do. I'm on air, so I can't get off air to run and go get it. But and people have already said, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna take. I saw it too late. Anyway, hey, September 30th, the HBCU Harmony Classic, I'm sorry, the Connecticut NAACP, they do this Harmony Classic every year with Yale University versus some HBCU. This year is going to be Morgan State. It's football. And it's always a good tailgating party. If you're not done it, I've never done it because it's always on some date that's competing with some other thing. So I never get to go. But I went to HBCU and I've gone to HBCU's homecomings and all that other kind of stuff. And I've tailgated in places. So I know what it's like. But it's coming up. Saturday, September 30th, Yale versus Morgan State. So it's the Ivy League versus HBCU football game. So that's exciting. That is so exciting. So if you haven't had a chance to go, you should check this out. It's fun. The Greeks come out, all the Black Greeks come out. It's such a good idea, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So check it out. Seriously. Just check it out. If you enjoy football and you like HBCU or you're an Ivy League, go check it out. See it. See what it's like. And there I am. I'm looking at myself on my Facebook page, on the WNH page. Let's see what else. The SAG-AFTRA is still on strike. I don't understand these movie houses and places where they don't want to pay these talented creative people what they're worth. And and the public, and this is a good time for the public to understand that everybody works on a film and writes for a film and does other things. It's not rich. It's few of them that are rich. It's only a few handful of people who are rich. So this is such a uh, a learnable moment. This is such a learnable moment, a teachable moment. This is how people will get to understand collective bargaining and then and the need for collective bargaining, because I think we have this fantasy built up in our minds about people who work in the entertainment industry that somehow everybody's tripping with money and all this other kind of stuff, and that's not true. And this is sort of opening our eyes and drawing back the curtains on what is really happening. And these writers are speaking up and speaking out about how they've been paid, how residuals have not been, sustainable, all the things that we imagine that's so glamorous about the entertainment business is really difficult and challenging for so many who this is the work that they want to be doing, and they just want to be compensated for that work. And you have these heads of these studios who make $24-30 million a year, and they're talking about, oh, we don't have the money to pay. And I'm like, seriously? That's what you're going to go with? And then threaten them with AI, and AI is going to take their jobs. And we are to our own detriment. The level of greed that exists is to our detriment. Why would you say that? Why would you even threaten that? Why would you even, the people that have provided a talent to the thing that you make your livelihood on, and then you want to treat them like trash, and you don't want to respect their craftsmanship, and you don't want to pay them what they're due and what they're owed. This is not even about fair. I just feel like I'm glad that that they're striking and that other collective bargaining units are standing with them. Is it because this is just unconscionable, and Hollywood ought to be ashamed of itself, should be ashamed of itself, that they rake in all this money and they want people to think that it's such a hardship for them. And it's not. It's a hardship for the people who are actually putting out the product. All the people. I just don't get it. Why are we so willing to see our countrymen starve? Why are we so ready to see that? Why are we so ready to break people? Why are we so ready to see people not sit at the table and eat? Why? What is that? What is that thinking that says, I want everything so you have nothing? Why is that acceptable? And the people that are accepting it, who the hell are they? In their humanity. I don't get that. But they'll be all philosophical in these damn interviews as if somehow or other they've been enlightened, but they would rather see the people that do the work on their behalf starve, that they can't pay their mortgages and their rent and all the things. Oh, it's just unconscionable to me. Every time I see an interview with somebody, I just shut up. What are you doing? And we know the ones that are always on the front line, like Danny Glover and, all the people who are always on the front lines of social justice and all the stuff. We know who they are. We see them. They are always out there stomping in these streets for the betterment of man and for humanity. Oh, it's just ridiculous, So maybe people should stop going to the movies. Maybe I don't think that's the answer either. I don't. But I appreciate people who are not crossing picket lines, to not be on people's shows and not go to stuff, not crossing picket line. I respect that. I'm here for collective bargaining. I am, because if we leave it to corporations, we leave it to big business, we leave it to to them to sort of do right by humanity, they're not. And because they never ever did, it's the reason why we have collective bargaining. It's the reason why we have to have more in numbers to sort of push back on these. We're going to pay you what we want to pay you. And you got to work when we say work. And you got to work as long as we say work. No, you think corporations, if there was not unions, collective bargaining, that they would do the right thing? You think that they would do the right thing by people? Hell no, they would not. All they would see is profit, more profit, more profit, more profit, more profit, more profit, more profit. I don't give a damn if you lose your limbs or, you know, I don't care if you're a woman and you have your menstruation cycle. You stand at this assembly line and get these widgets out. You think corporations are going to care? They're not. They have to be made to heed. They have to be. So, because otherwise they'll just pay you whatever they want to pay you. Well, we only want to pay you $2 an hour. $15 an hour is too much. $20 an hour is too much. And we already know that $15 an hour doesn't do a damn thing. It really should be $30 an hour. But they don't want to pay that. I don't understand these corporations that don't want to see their people thrive. What kind of company doesn't want to see their employees thrive? You want them to live in their cars, live in intense cities. You don't want to provide health insurance. You don't want a healthy employee workforce. You just like, I ought to give them the bare minimum. Why? Because profit is so much to you, you don't care. Why? Why are we allowing these companies to get away with not paying? And the tax laws are structured in a way that they could get off. If I'm Jeff Bezos, and I never would be, I would want everybody in my employment to benefit from the success of Amazon. I don't want to have the most money. I want everybody that works for Amazon to be able to pay their rent, pay their bills, have money to vacation, all the things. That's the example and the model I would want, that I would set. Not this, I want everything. Oh, I'm going to go to a country and make them move the damn bridge that's been there for 2,000 years so I can move my boat. But they didn't do it. The country was going to let them do it. And then he's like, no, I'll get a different boat or whatever. It's just amazing to me. I don't understand. For all this God consciousness that exists in the world, for all this God consciousness, it's as if we have never heard the voice of God in our lives. I believe that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a pessimist, because there are moments when I see amazing kindness and generosity in the world. Hell, I've benefited from amazing kindness and generosity. So I know it exists. You know, I have benefited from undeserved grace countless times in my life. But I dare say we have got to do better as humans towards one another. These corporations have to be better. You know, you have to do better. You have to take care of each other. I know people don't like to hear that. They want to hear it. They want to take care of people. Why do I have to take care of people? Why not? Why shouldn't you not have to? You know, and everybody's like, oh, I'm enlightened. I'm going to go and meditate in the ashrams or wherever. And I'm going to walk the Himalayas. And I'm going to sit at the foot of a guru. And I'm just going to really. And yet, you're happy to let people who work for you starve. Medical bills is the number one reason people file for bankruptcy in this country. Can you imagine that? You know, bankruptcy. The number one cause, medical debt. Why? Why are we like this? And why? Somebody has to take some leadership and start to change the tides. I know there are companies out there. There's a bunch of companies out there that do well by their employees. So I'm not suggesting all corporations. There are some companies out there that are amazing, and the CEO doesn't make 8 gazillion times more than the people that works for them. I just couldn't in good conscience do it. I would make sure everybody is fed and taken care of. That's how I would do it. I couldn't rest knowing somebody in my company is struggling to pay their mortgage, or about to be evicted, or can't put food on the table, or got to go to a food bank, or don't have no health insurance. I just wouldn't be that person. I know I wouldn't be that person. I don't need a big ass yacht, and I'm not against yachts. Let me tell you something. I like luxury. People who know me know I love some damn luxury, but I don't love luxury at the expense of humanity. I don't. I don't love luxury to the expense of humanity. Yeah, I like a nice ass towel. I like a good ass hotel. I like fine dining. I like a good ass bottle of wine. I love champagne. I love to travel. I do. I love it. And I've been in places where I've seen people slaving to sort of put food on the table and money in the bank. I get it. And it's a hard walk. I don't want to add to that hard walk. I think that's the point that I'm making. I don't want to add to the misery of people. I do not want to add to the misery of people. I think that's why, when I'm someplace, I am human, and I don't treat people like they're serving me, and I don't not look at them and acknowledge them or speak to them. I don't do any of that. And I tip well when I can. If I have it, I tip well. And you can say whatever. Well, he shouldn't have to tip you. Well, all right, okay, I get it. But in the meantime, that's what we're doing. So until they get to pay some other thing, then that's what we're doing. This is what we're doing. So I don't know. I'm happy to be in the world. The world is a beautiful place. I'm an optimist. I'm a romantic, But I also am an observer of time and space. I pay attention. And this is a challenging time. As I said yesterday, we are coming up on a reckoning on a lot of different levels. And we're not at the tipping point, but we are coming fast upon the precipice of who we want to be as a country. We're coming close. we're coming close. We'll figure it out. And the world is reflecting back to us the craziness that everybody's experiencing. Everybody's experiencing some level of crazy. So anyway, tomorrow's Wednesday. Guess what I got coming on tomorrow? I got Lisa Jones coming on tomorrow for Travel Black Maine. So I'm going to Maine on Friday, for Friday and Saturday, to hang out with the Black Maine folks, because Maine has a rich Black history and culture. And so I'm going to go, me and Ife, we're going to take a road trip up, hang out for the weekend, and do all this. We're going to do a freedom trail. We're going to eat food and hear jazz and hear stories and all the stuff about Black Maine. And we're going to take it all in for the weekend. So Lisa Jones is going to come by. She's coming in tomorrow to talk about Travel Black Maine. I'm excited. Who knew? I know all parts of this country we have been in and have a strong and rich history. So tomorrow, tune in 10:15. Tune in at 9 for the usual, whatever the hell I'm talking about. But 10:15, Lisa Jones will be here, and we're going to be talking about Travel Black Maine. It's going to be good. I can't wait. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Be good out there. Be cool. Bye, Harry. I'm out.